Very good afternoon, very good evening, good morning, wherever you are joining us from today. I just want to say thank you very much for connecting, and those that are connecting as well. Thank you very much, and those that are sharing as well. Thank you very much. Before we progress with our interview this afternoon, I just really want to quickly make an apology because we're meant to come at 5 p.m. UK time, but because of some changes with my guest, he had to rush somewhere and be invited to attend one of the very important programs. Hence, we had to bring the program a little bit forward. So those that are able to join with us, share. Those that are not able to join us, you will still be able to watch us later at some point today or tomorrow. So we are broadcasting live on Facebook, Rainbow Entertainment Facebook page, and also we are live on our YouTube channel. So before I proceed, I would like to introduce my guest in this way. Watch this video clip. We are going to have a wonderful time this afternoon. So wherever you are connecting from, you are going to be blessed. So please just continue to share, and also just a reminder that some of the clips that we're going to be playing here, we do not have right for those musical clips, but they are only used for the purpose of this interview this afternoon. Before I also bring my guest for, we would like to play another clip, just for you to get an idea who my guest is this afternoon. Watch this clip.
Sihlale sibambana, wathi kimi sihlale sithandana, wathi kimi sihlale sibambana, wathi kimi sihlale sithandana. Abantwana bomuntu bayimbumba, abantwana bomuntu babambene, abantwana bomuntu bayimbumba, abantwana bomuntu babambene. We are happy family. We are happy family. We are happy family. We are happy family.
Banisa sizwe sikhangele lokho ngasenza sibe yimbumba kube yikho esiphakamisela phezulu ngokusixabanisa isithole isombululo sikwazi ukusolva lokho ngabe kuyasixabanisa sizwe
Yes, thank you very much. He is an actor. He's a musician. He is a community champion. He's a brand ambassador for various companies. He's a father. He's a husband. He's a citizen. And he's a musician. So this afternoon, some may call him different names, but I call him Mr. Skhobokhobo. I would like to introduce my guest to you this afternoon. Mr. Skhobokhobo.
Ninjani mpofu.
No, si right, Baba. Akukho nto.
Yeah,
How are you? Wherever you are, Baba?
I'm fine, thank you.
No, siyabonga, Baba. How is Bulawayo this afternoon?
Kuyachisa koBulawayo. Kuyachisa impela.
Siyabonga. Please, Baba, can you introduce yourself to our guest this afternoon?
My birth name eku-ID Mothusi Bashimane Ndlovu. Kodwa ke I'm somehow known as Madlela Skhobokhobo. I'm an actor, a musician, a director. I'm not sure if I'm a producer, but I've produced a few films here and there. So it's actually a journey.
Indeed, it is an honor really to have you this afternoon on this platform. I know you're a busy man, and we had to really bring the time forward because of your schedule. And we just want to say thank you for making that possible.
Thank you so much, sir.
That's wonderful. Mr. Skhobokhobo, I know I call you Skhobokhobo, others call you Madlela. Are these your acting names or those are your pet names?
No, my pet names are Mothusi, and then my middle name is Bashimane, and then surname is Ndlovu. But those ones are acting names. There are many. Some call me Zamzam, some call me Zutululu. Depending on the mood of the day, you can choose whatever name you want to use. Yes. But yeah, those ones are my acting names.
Wonderful. Mr. Madlela, if I may start with your background. Where were you born?
Hey, yeah, sengikhipa imfihlo mfo ngamelanga ngizikhiphe, but ke I knew this time was coming.
Yes.
People must understand ukuthi Madlela Skhobokhobo is a character that I've carried for some time now. But me as a person, me as Mothusi, I was born in Kwanda at a small village called Matulungundu. Though we have relocated now to another small village in Kwanda called Elephant, but they call it Olphant. Yes. But it's actually Elephant.
Wow.
So that's where I was born.
Okay, you know we used to go and preach Kwanda and with my old man there. In the 90s, there's a branch there, that's SABC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where I grew up. I went there for my primary education from grade 1 until grade 7. Then I went to boarding school at Manama High, which is just a stone throw away from where I grew up. And then I went until Form 4 Manama High School. Then for A level, I went to Zezani High.
Okay, and now
is in Cape Bridge.
Wonderful. So now you're based in Bulawayo now.
Now I'm based in Bulawayo. I came back in 2017. 2003, I left Zimbabwe. I went to South Africa. For all those years, I was in South Africa. Then I came back when the hit song Summer More somehow became an anthem. And I was then advised to come back and utilize that. Right on the wave, yeah.
Wonderful. So now this acting and the arts business, Baba, when did it start? At what age roughly?
It started long back. I think the singing part, it started when I was doing grade 4, grade 5, somewhere there. There's a story that I always tell.
Yes.
When I was doing grade 5, a gentleman who was our teacher then, our choir master then, I think he realized the talent in me. At that very young age, he then said, I must become the choreographer and the conductor of the choir. So from that very young age, I knew there was something special towards the direction of the art that I had. So, but Ekaya, it was only music. We would go as a choir, a Matulungu choir, compete with other schools, Omatanangombo Mapate. That's what I knew, the music side. But when I got to Manama High, I then discovered there was another side of the art, which was theater or drama. As a person who grew up in rural areas, there was no TV. There was no TV. So when I got to Manama High School, I met people who were a bit wise, or should I say, in terms of media. They then introduced me to his side here, theater and drama. Not knowing it's one of the talents that I had. By activate talento, that's when it started, the theater side.
Wonderful. And you know, when someone just looks at you here, when you start speaking,
but surprisingly, you'll be very surprised in Pofuguti. I don't see myself as a comedian.
Right.
I see myself rather as a comic, as an actor rather, who can also be a comic actor sometimes.
Yes.
Hence the character Madlela. But I'm more of an actor. There are characters that I can do here and they will surprise you. I think probably recently you saw where I double casted as Umziligas as well as Madlela. Those were two different people. So I think you might spend a day with me and not laugh.
Yeah.
I spend a day with my friends and they crack jokes more than I do. Because for me, I'm not a person who can crack jokes. But when it is time to act as a comic actor, I slip into character and do that.
Wonderful. While we are still on the musical element, let's watch this other video as well. I just love it. Watch this.
Hallelujah. Amen. Yeah. Hallelujah. Amen.
Le problem la.
Yeah.
Kulamadoda amathathu lapha afuna ukuvuswa. Abangisana ukhona ofuna ukuvuswa, ukhona ofuna ukuvuka. Azi ke ukuthi ngivusa bani.
Mina ngithe vusa udlamdla. Vusa udlamdla. Bayavuka abantu ewenela nje. Vusa udlamdla.
Yebo Mesiya.
Amen.
Ngani ufuna ukuvuka ingane nguJoramu.
Hayi.
Joramu uyafuna ukuvuswa.
Hayi. Mina ngithe vusa udlamdla.
Ngiyaxolisa.
Vusa. Yeah.
Ngixolisa.
Sokwenzinje.
Umuntu yena lo nyamfonela ngani?
Aw. Kathi uweze njani?
Anaye time andalutho.
Usebenzisa iphi network?
Net 1.
Ngiyakufakela phela mina. Ngidinga usize. Ngifakele imali.
Angafake $1.
Dollar.
Ungafake $1 right?
Umfundisi airtime $1. Ngiyakufakele $5.
Oh, hayi $5 hayi. Ngiyabonga.
Ya kodwa ngizayidonsa ngala.
Uzayidonsa futhi. Ngaphi kule mali esikhulume ngayo?
Yeah.
How right idonsa khona phana.
Konje ngifaka nje star 111.
Star 111 star 41.
Star 4 star 1 ozotshela ukuthi.
Hayi kukhona apho kuduzela khona apho.
Bese ngithi option 3. Inamba yilokho enaliyani.
Yona lecila ngo9 mhlobo wami.
Yebo.
Yeah,
isise send laphana. Hayi sengithumele. Sengithumele isingenile.
Kuvuka ukuthi anansi. Usinikiwe. Ngiyakuzwa.
That is Skhobokhobo, Madlela's for you. We are talking to him live from Blawayo, and we thank him for really making this time over to connect with us. So thank you so much for all of you that are connecting. I can see my friend and brother Gary from United States of America. I can see Philip is already abusing the Skhobokhobo. Ngiyambona. So let's continue on this path, Baba, music. And the whole purpose really to invite you here is oftentimes I know as artists, we do not have such time to really engage with you to find out why you are doing what you are doing, where you are now, and what other things you are doing. You come in, you entertain us, you lift us up, you inspire us, and you get off the stage. And we don't get this interaction, and also to share how much you really inspire us, how much you really lift people up, spirits, and really encourage us. And also just to appreciate you without giving you anything, but to share these words with you, so that you know what you are doing. It's really powerful, uplifting, and encouraging to most people that are really following you. Hence, we are doing these things, Baba. We don't want to do this when you are late. You know, but not had the opportunity. So we want to do this so that we know we appreciate what you are doing and we celebrate you. Yes. So how many albums have you got now, Babu Skhobokhobo?
I've got 3 albums so far.
Right.
The first one, it's the album that had the hit song Ungamnangu Samamo. And then surprisingly, it's an album that I had done as a soundtrack for my films. I never wanted to go to music full time.
Right.
I had thought, God gave me talent yogu composer. So I thought I was going to write music for other people, not knowing God had plans for me.
Yes.
Because I'd always thought in music is for people with beautiful voices, like Obegezela, Nabo X-Smile, Mzansi K, Nabo Cooksman. I thought it's
right.
Gatige, I've just now realized it's not just about the voice, it's a calling.
It's a calling.
It's a calling. Hence, uNkulunkulu wanted me to ngidlulise okuthizeni kubantu ngale ndlela le ngale character kaMadlela through music. Angithi Madlela, I was only on the film side.
Yes.
So but I had so much music in me. I thought I'll just download this music to other people.
Right.
So before I recorded, I had people in South Africa that I wrote music for. 2 ladies, one of them, Ngupeg, she had a beautiful voice.
Right.
And then Omunye na UCC. But you can never expect people to push your dream. Iphupho lakho laziwa nguwe. Omunye umuntu mhlawumbe ngeke azala understand, and they call it's a place of work, siyodinga imali.
Right.
So if this dream will take years to some people will not understand.
Right.
So ngase senza ke album yokuqala Ungamnangu Samamo, which had only 1 rumba song, because the intention was not to do rumba.
Okay.
That song I was just doing it as a soundtrack. It is a song that is going to be loved by people. Hence the direction that I took. That was my very first rumba song I composed. Right. Ungamnangu Samamo. I composed nakhona umthabisi wadlala ikatari wa recorder wayichiya. Ayi ngabamba ikhanda ngathi ngiyokwenza njani la. Kwabuya ngahamba azange phala phansi ngafika studio kwazibuyela nje. So that was my very ngangena na idea ukuthi rumba yenziwa njani. I was not even a rumba follower. I was very far from a rumba. The first time I saw a rumba show, it was when I was an MC at a birthday party in South Africa, and this guy invited indolwane to be entertainers of the day. That was my very, very first time ngisiba close to the performance yerumba. I looked at these guys and then I realized there's something good about this thing. It might not be commercial viable, kumbe it's a little bit despised, irumba. But when you start understanding it and the power that it has, kulaba bantu abayilandelayo, you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
So that is why from ngamnangu samamo ngagcina ngithatha direction yerumba ngoba people love to ngamnangu samamo, and when I came to Zimbabwe they said no, but you can't just perform one song. Do other songs zerumba uye phambili. Then my second album was umajazana, and then last year ngakhipha untikoloshi ene yena leyo edlala ekuqaleni u52.
Yes.
But in all these albums I don't just do rumba music. I do 6 songs rumba, and then the other 4 I divide them according to ama genres athandwa yimi. Sometimes ungabona ingoma wena engakhulumi nawe lezo eziwu4 ngezami zithandwa yimi. Like le ngirilize emalangeni le ekhalela ubhajila esicathamia.
Yeah.
That's the music that I love.
Wonderful, wonderful. So now, Madlela, who inspires you, or who inspired you, to get into this field?
You know, surprisingly, I was never inspired by umuntu art.
Right.
I was inspired by I'll give you 4 people.
Right.
Growing up, I was also a very good soccer player.
Okay.
I was inspired firstly with Peter Ndlovu.
Okay.
Why? I could emakabe simlalela ku radio.
Yeah, yeah.
And indlela Ezra bebememezela ngakhona uzobona iBF ungayazi. So most of the time ngiyakuthiwa Peter Ndlovu nsuku zonke ngithe lo muntu lo
Yeah.
So it determination yakhe ne excellence ka Peter Ndlovu ngayithanda kakhulu. He inspired me so much. There was a time I think ubekadlala Coventry on a Saturday. And then the following morning he was in Zimbabwe to playing at 3 o'clock at National Sports Stadium.
Right.
For me that's something else.
Yeah, yeah.
And he inspired me so much ukuthi despite probably the problems the country had, ungathola ukuthi nokumbhadala they could not afford to pay him, but he was always there. Always there. So that inspired me so much.
Wonderful.
So ngithe ngifike South Africa, there was a guy okuthiwa Linda Spear.
Right, Yambona Linda, yes.
Ube ku Cause FM.
Yes.
There was something about him. So some excellence ngaye.
Yes.
Young inspire kakhulu. And of course uJoe Mafela naye.
Yeah, yes.
Ngakhula ngimthanda kakhulu naye. Kunento nje abanayo ngeke ngize ngichaze ukuthi kathi yini ngalabantu laba eyayingithinta. And then the 4th one ngubaba womoya okuthiwa imbono uzwilezwe uphungana uHadebe umthimkhulu ungelengele. Hayi ke lapho ke kuse stop sign. Nga into azikhulumayo ngizibuze ngokuthi lo baba lo into lezi azikhuluma uzithatha ngani.
Yeah.
Ubona ukuthi akusinto angahlala phansi azicabangele yena. Uyabe phefumulelwe lizulu. Lathi akukhiphe lento unikeza abantu abami. So yiba abantu labo engathi bangishepile, yiba abantu abanginspireyo kakhulu.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And the names that you've mentioned are names that are well known in the industry, and
yes,
are people of excellence. I mean, in terms of the work that they have done, and surely some of them, they're still living models that you can still even right now. Just mentioning their names, just it's to acknowledge the work which I mean they did, that it really contributed to who you are today. But now looking at it, Mr. Madlela, you have now become a household name in Zimbabwe. And for that, we have got to celebrate you, because it's not easy to break and make it in that country, because I know of the challenges that we have. But you have been so patient and consistent with your art up to a level where people had to get to a point where they had to stop and recognize. What is it that has really been the catalyst for you to keep on going? Because it's not easy, the industry that you are in, the economy, the audience, and sometimes the politics and other things that takes place. But it seems with you, and you keep on going. What is it about you?
Hey, I think it's more of a calling.
Right.
Into mayihleli kuwe Mpofu noma ungabaleki uthini. I can tell you ukuthi if uMajayivana ukuhlabela was a calling to him.
Yes.
Noma namhlanje eyekelile. Akalali. Iyamhlupha. Ngiyakutshela iyamhlupha, angangavuma umdala wami, kodwa manje ukuthi bekuyi calling kuye sibili ukuthi ahlabele. Akalali. Kuyafika ebusuku ekujuleni kobuthongo bakhe, kuyafika akhumbule ukuthi kumele ngangihlabelela isizwe.
Yeah.
So ngingayekela kodwa kuzonhlupha, kuzongikhathaza ngoba yikho phela engakuphiwa uNkulunkulu lokho, ukuthi ngibe ngiyenze lento engiyenzayo.
Yes.
Unfortunately sizalelwa elizweni elintengantengayo ngokwezomnotho. I sometimes think and see other people or other artists from other countries as it is South Africa. You look at the work they do compared probably to the work that we do.
Right.
And then you look at the money they get,
right,
and the money we get. I once had a chat with a friend of mine. Ngithi, you know, Tina siyasebenza. For a rumba artist, it's even worse. Ngoba you get to a show all alone.
Right.
Ungena other artists to help you. You perform from 10 o'clock until ekuseni. Just taking a break of 1 hour in between. That's abuse of the highest order.
Okay.
But then you get other artists from other countries. But no, namhlanje kunobanibani City Hall.
Yeah.
A car park. He's only going to do a set of 1 hour. And that's it. He gets his money, he goes.
Yes.
Because that's how they somehow bayakha industry yabo South Africa. You know, we don't want to abuse our artists. Thina into esiyifunayo ukuthi nabo bangena emsebenzini. Ungabona to perform more than 2 hours, I think it's we abuse.
So we abuse.
But that's what happens to us.
Yeah.
That's what happens to us. So I difference lapho ukuthi thina sizalelwe elizweni eliyikarigirigi financially. Esithemba ukuthi njengoba mhlawumbe kuzolunga.
Yes.
Kuzolunga. I am pretty much sure ukuthi there are a lot of people. I've got a friend of mine Dr. Usebenzani Mnqolo.
Right.
Bamazi njengomehlo kaZulu.
Okay.
Ujwayele ukuthi khona uyahlabela loyo muntu leyo. Uyenza umaskandi. It's very good. But ke wathi kimi Madlela ngingayenza njengawe mfowethu. Ngithi ngiyayekela ngizalamba phela.
Eish.
So mangaka ama talenta athi khona angifuni ukuya full time kulento le uNkulunkulu angiphe yona, because if I do that ngizolamba ngiyobulawa indlala. Mangaka ama talenta afayo angaboniyo the time of the day, because they are afraid ukuthi if I go full time into this thing I'm going to hunger. So yi challenge le khona le ukuthi hayi thina sathi noma kunjani sizokwenza, kodwa ke asikwazi phela ukuthi kusasa kuyohamba njani. Mepho ngabantwana kwethu lokhu esinakho mpofu kuyobe sekungithuka ukuthi baba wawusenzani.
Senzani.
Wawungazange uye contractini or uye gepa phansi komgodi mine.
Yes.
Wawusenzani.
Wonderful.
Hayi bantu bami ngangigijimisa iphupho.
But njoba sisho ukuthi elakhi iphupho baba hello mama Kiva elakhi iphupho siyasho ukuthi it has touched so many lives and the message that you bring forth from most of your musical projects has had the opportunity to make people think again about their behavior, about their actions, and that's the whole purpose of music. It has got to communicate a certain message to the people. But now looking at where we are coming from, because I know we have had this conversation before, we seem to have that bankruptcy within our community where we are finding, number one, if I may just generalize this, not being too specific, and say, I've heard people saying, we don't support our own, but we are found to be too busy in supporting other people to an extent which our own end up not doing as well as the people outside. Is it that because we as a community do not understand art Mogwayo, or is it because what you as artists in Madlela, you are giving us something which is not quality for us to really get up and say, you know what, I'll take my family out and go and enjoy? Or is it because we prefer other things other than what we have from ourselves? How would you bring that to help us as followers and also the artists that are doing as much as they can, thinking they're doing it the way and people are not getting the message? Because we want you to really address this issue where people say, people are not supporting us. You know, and I know quite a lot of people are doing a lot of work and we see it, we appreciate it, we praise you for what you're doing, like as you have done now. But I suppose maybe there is that element where something somewhere is not communicating right for people to really get up and say, I can walk into Lobels and buy that bread because I just smell it when I'm going out, even without getting into the shop. What will be your message, Baba Konada?
Yeah, in Zinyana.
Yes.
But let me address the issue of quality first.
Okay.
But not to we want to blow our own horns. But again, if you look, you go to people that do skits.
Right.
The whole country. Probably Bulawayo might be number one.
Okay.
I'm being honest.
Okay.
Nendlela esiwa shoota ngayo nendlela content. So you look at artists that are touring. Okay, manje kune corona.
Yes.
But most of the artists that are touring are from Madlela.
Right.
If we have people like Abo Begezela, Abo Perita, we have even actors like Abo Lutuli, ku South African TV. Recently, zolo kunomfana Chris Penyati, uqalile naye ku Deep City.
Right.
That's Madlela talent. So in terms of equality, as men kancane bakithi akulona iqiniso. Equality we give you.
Okay.
Equality we give you. But then the problem is support. Angifuni ukuthi ngithi abantu bakithi abasupport.
Right.
Ngoba kusasa bazathi la ukhona yithi besilike into zakho.
Right.
Ngifuna ukuthi ngithi mina. It's a culture that was introduced to our people. Ukuthi bagcine be appreciate into za next door.
Okay.
More than ezabo. Ya introduce ngobani imedia mpofu.
Okay.
Abantu consume what they are fed. If umntwana uhlala umnikeza iporridge lamabele.
Right.
The day uthi umnikeza iserevita noma imnandi kanjani ngeke azayizwe ubunandi.
Right.
Ujwayele iporridge lamabele. So imedia yethu nami ngathi ngivula amehlo ngihlala nginikeze example ngithi one day ngabona uBra Themba Ndlovu owengoma Meet Me in Zimbabwe complain live on TV ethi khona you playing so much music from South Africa.
Right.
You're giving our people South African content. Yet thina we are here as artists agiti to feed abantu bakithi and quench their entertainment taste. Then I ngaleso sikhathi ngathi amdala lo akame kancane thina sithanda ofred sithanda otenchana ngingaze mpofu ukuthi iza ngichaya nami kusasa.
Right.
So even artist agiti their mindset yokuthi South Africa is better musically in every form than us ikhona nakibo.
Right.
So I don't know ngubani ozoconscientize abantu ngoba nawo ama-artist akithi believe that. So it's just a matter of ukutshintsha mindset and have an aggressive campaign.
Right.
Ethi khona look at the talent here. How do we campaign? Through media. If newspapers are going to write glorifying Java, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's okay. But then when you glorify Java, remember to glorify Uzinja Ziyamluma as well.
Yes.
Don't just glorify Java, and then when you come to Uzinja Ziyamluma, Uzinja kumfana icholocho, uyakhipha i-album, then that's it. Man is a praiser and artists from outside. Make sure the artists from within get praises. Yes. That's how you build artist. The respect that you give artist, automatically abantu bayayibona bayayifila, and nabo bazanikeza artist respect. But I must say kuyachinja is changing kancane kuyachinja.
Okunye nakho Skhobokhobo, I think also as artists it's important that you have a product or a project which is unique. You understand? Like true. As you are, you stand out in what you do. You are not a copycat of anyone from anywhere else, because the minute you start to be a copycat, you are now putting yourself in a very difficult position. And now you've got to be, because people always say, oh, but udlala njengobani, kodwa uyenza njengobani. And the minute you do that, then utologuti, now people begin to put you as a second option rather than the first one. So for you, your work stands out. I watch some people from the other provinces. I can talk of people like Matthias Mere. You know, when you listen to Matthias, when that song plays, you know that is Matthias. You cannot think of anybody else. When some people like Onkaya, when they come and do Imbobe, you don't ask the question. You don't even think of Ilentoza Twaini, Black Mambazo. It's unique. The sound is unique. The style is unique. So I think also it's another thing. There is nothing wrong to really like what is going on somewhere. But the danger is now when you become like a second copier of that individual. Don't you think some of the things that is making some of our brothers locally from where we come from ukuthola ukuthi baxakeka begcina kubenga kusiba nzima to go phambili ngoba bafuna ukwenza njengobani o next door ngale kweborder?
Yiko kuna even lento ihlupha even ama-artists ngoba they all, some of them think good things only come from that side, or beyond the border. So benge ngalalela skies, I think a few days ago kwadlala ingoma yomunye umfana ngizwanga igama lakhe. And I then say to my son now ufuna ukuhlabela la sengilalela uSjava la. This young man is trying so hard to sound like Sjava. Abazi ukukuzwa abantu, abazi ukukuzwa ngoba ufuna ukwenza into yomunye umuntu unique to him, wena usuyithatha ufuna ukuyidonsela kuwe ungaba nalo talent a good voice but you need to dig deep and understand calling yakho ukuthi mina yini lento engiphiwe umfana wami naye uthanda labafana okuthiwa yi Black Diamond. I think Black Diamond.
Right.
I set him down ngathi do you want to sing? Don't give me a Black Diamond. Ngoba uthanda so ngamthethela I look for a producer ngathi akuhambe uthi ufuna ucula lo mfo awuhamba naye studio siyoza ukuthi uthini uthi yabuya nengoma angazwela iBlack Diamond ngathi usadlala wena angifune iBlack Diamond ngifuna wena go dig deep inside you uzithole uthi ungubasuthu akahambe ezidinga ubasuthu azithola ukuthi ungubani
that's right. Wonderful, yes, wonderful. It's a lesson there, Mr. Skhobokhobo, you know, as you shared, because you are in the industry as us consuming and promoting. It's things that we share, we see, and it's important to communicate so that we will be into that people will pick on and then do something to really, you know, help and also alter a few things to make them get better. But not only are you just a musician, you are multi-talented. You know, we have just spoken about the other section about you, AM music, but there is also another part about Madlela. Before we talk about it, let's watch these skits.
Wawuvela uthi unyombani usube uhudelana lesisu sakho sonesi. Khathesi uyi problem yami wena. Yena uma kumithisa ungaphi khathesi? Sokubalekela ngithi Kadilo. Kumbe ngamehlami. Asimtaka mama nje yenalo. Ngoba sibi.
Hayi mzisi.
Sabona silimoni mtaka mama.
Sabona nje.
Ndingaze ngajabula uyazi.
Ayakuvuma amakamba.
Ukekele siyazidlela thina siyazisala.
Hayi akwa.
Ushoda wona amafishi oyi.
Hayi ngibesithumela kuzabe ngafike kodwa ukuthumela bese.
Uthumela wena.
Ngoba la awuhloniphi wena ngithi.
Hawu bantu kathi kwenzenjani bakithi?
Akusuthule suluze. Uvumela kulipereka nje kwakho kudlala empetheni kababa. Wait. Yakela ukulalela umama wakho ngoba mina ngizawujanga ngempambe noboya ukhale 2 days ngapha. Phuma lapho uhambe lapha. Ngokuthi yikho ukuthanda. Ngokho esakwisandla lethu ayisiya. Sibonga kakhulu ngoba ngiyakwazi ukukubamba khonapho. Kuphela ngize ngitamela.
Oh, what's the call? Njani isba?
Uthi smile wakho mina.
Smile. What is smile?
Wait. Expecting that come Listen. Kathi unesebenze senganani wena?
Hey, Mata.
From being a musician and also into acting, this is how talented you are. So tell us about the acting side of your talent, Skhobokhobo.
Uyabona Mpofu ngiphohlise ngagqiqiza inyembezi la. Ngiphohlise ngakhala inyembezi senginesikhathi ngingayibuki lento le. It's yeah. The acting, I think that is where italent elihlezi khona kakhulu.
Right.
Yeah. Kula vele bengiqale khona kula bengisithi ngizohamba ngalo unyawo lwakhona ngisiya phambili. But then njengoba ngichilo ngathi thina into esishaya kakhulu Mpofu ngama platforms we do so much good things, projects. Ezinye they don't even go out there zibonwe ngabantu. Because we asina mapla okay bazotshela nge-YouTube okay YouTube ngayifaka yena le project yothatha isikhathi singanani ukuthi izingibhadale kuhle. But if we had not TV channels that are readily available ukuthi such projects we put them on channels, you know, I envy so much system here South Africa. Ngoba you can actually trace progress yabantu.
Yes.
We know a lady by the name of Karabo actor ku Generations.
Yes, yes.
What graduated from acting why go producing. Now she has projects Mzansi Magic.
Yeah.
Because the system here South Africa allows her to do that.
Right.
If not, we had a system that allows us to grow wings and fly. Must keep izinto, we take them to TV. ETV pays what we deserve.
Right.
Mpofu ngasi kude kakhulu.
Ngabe sikude kakhulu.
Kakhulu. But you do these projects ngothando. The next thing ungazi-release, the only way ungayi-release ngayo ukuthi ufake ku-YouTube, ufake kuma-DVDs and sell 20 DVDs.
Yes.
You can't even pay abantu. Tomorrow people will say, no, I'm not coming back to act on your project because you have not paid me. Where will I get the money to pay you, mtagwethu?
Yes. Yeah.
But usebenzile umuntu ufuna imbadalo, ufuna imali yakhe. So if mina i-channel cannot pay me, ngizayithatha ngaphi imali yokubhadala abantu?
Yes.
Probably if imali esizigolodwayo zingabhadalwa namhlanje singathenga izindlu la kubo kuthiwa ngaphi cooks kubo hillside nabo Khumalo. Singathenga izindlu kubo hillside nabo Khumalo.
Right. So kuyisikhala sakho les Mr. Skhobokhobo. Now what will be then your message to the community, because uma indlela ingekho, you've got to create something because sometimes about collapses, and I've seen you've been working, you know, tirelessly. No matter what people are saying, you keep on doing your craft and put it on YouTube and keep on doing what you're doing until you get to a point where you've been now recognized by now institutions, companies, and brands, and they start inviting you to come in. So we'll come and talk about that. But what is your message to our people in regards to what you are doing now? And you feel, what if we had this platform, but that platform is not there, but what is there is this now? What will be the message that you would like to give to your people that are connecting now and those that will be listening later?
My message is very clear. Ithi khona mpofu sesigcwele amazwe. And believe me, we have people that know people, or people that know the right doors. The only thing that you can do, mawusazi iminyango la singathatha into zethu sizihambise, sifuke sivulelwe izandla, please siconnecteni. Ngoba we will make you proud. Ngeke sinihlaze, ngeke sinikeze ama half-baked things. We will give you proper things. Asivulelaneni inhliziyo. Sisegoli sasijwayele ukuthi umngane wami uBongani incubo ayijayele ukuthi iproblem yethu thina bantu besindebeleni ngapha kancane, ngiyaxolisa ninganjayi kodwa iqiniso libuqeda ubuhlobo. Asifakani.
Yes.
Njengabantu besishoneni. Abantu besishoneni bayakwazi ukuthi angaqhatshwa lapha.
Yeah.
Kusasa uyafonela umningina wakhe, uya kunebasa angene.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing esingayifunda kibo. Nathi sikwenze. Omunye umuntu akwantshela ngamaJuda.
Right.
Ukuthi bafike endaweni ba create a community. Imali ayiphumi kibo ya circulate khona.
Yeah.
Mayiphuma kumele iphume bonke sebe right sebeke bayibamba. I think nathi kumele singabantu besintwini sifunde ukubambana njengengulutshana mali zikhona into ezinjalo okuzingulu okuncane sibambane sibe into one sibe yimbumba siphakamisaneni singadlelani umona so makunama opportunities
right. It's like I think we have lost Mr. Skhobokhobo there. He's gonna come back. While we're waiting to connect with him, I just want to acknowledge a few of my friends that are connecting. I can see Umamu Tembi is in the house, Sister Maria is in the house, Umama Wamukiva is in the house as well. My friend Gary is in the house, Philip is in the house. Thank you so much for connecting. Share as much as you can with your friends. Mothusi Bashimane Ndlovu. Yes, welcome back, Skhobokhobo. Welcome back.
ngiyabonga ngiyadlala ngiyaxolisa ubeze mfonelo lapha umuntu omdala la uJays Maravini manje so hayi ngiyaxolisa kakhulu bakithi
Go right baba qhubeka besamamela.
Yeah, no bengisithi nje probably okufunakalayo nje ukuthi ma kunabantu abantu bakithi ngiyakwazi bakhona bagcwele indawo eziningi.
Yes.
Kuma kunama opportunities la ungafaka umuntu wakini sitsheleni sikwazi ukuhambisa lezi zinto ngoba currently ilizwe lakithi alina capacity yokusiphatha kahle.
Yes.
Bengise South Africa recently nga realize ukuthi yabona South Africa is way ahead of us. I went to a set ngangisezokunya ku advert. I went to a set aya ngaba nomona angiqinisile ngaba nomona ukuthi hey into esifisayo nathi ukuthi into ezinje singazithola kwelakithi.
Yes. But usakhuluma kanjalo Babu Skhobokhobo, I think nakhona futhi ngokubalulekile for people like you in this industry ukuthi nani need to demonstrate leso spirit sokuba humble and willing you know to go as far as you can for the sake of you getting where you want. Because why I say this is because I can tell you sometimes I find it easier to work with other people kakhulu compared to abantu bakithi esikhathini, because balukhuni banento eziningi kakhulu ukudlula Michael Jackson into abazidemandayo mabesuka lapho they don't appreciate laba fika khona bethola ithuba bayakukhuluma lokhuyana kokuthi usala ungumuntu ongeyinye into ebantwini. So I think it's a two-way thing njengoba sisho ukuthi kufuneka sonke sifunde ukusebenzisana as an artist, sifunde ukuhlonipha abantu, respect your fans, whether people follow your music or they don't follow your music, but the fact that you are that figure that people respect, it's important to you behave in a particular way where people can appreciate you, and by doing you win people on your side. And nathi futhi singabantu sizifundisa ukuthi lokho uma ngingwekhaya asidleni khona madoda mangizwa kuthiwa uSkhobokhobo uselokishini kazi thatha abangane thatha ihlobo asihambeni siyemsupporta, because I think ukusebenzisana kuyadingakala lapho babu uSkhobokhobo kakhulu.
Hayi no kuyazwakala, inkinga nje umuntu ngumuntu mpofu nama characters abantu awafani. Bakhona abanye abantu nawe uyazuzibuza ukuthi kanti kwenze njani. Umehlo kaZulu ujwayele ukuthi umuntu onjalo ovela aphume ku track atakala mnyathi. So bakhona abantu abangela mnyathi. So ngicabanga kunjalo, kunjalo. But angikuzwile, ngiyathemba nawo ama-artist ayezwa.
Yes,
singakubali singakafiki.
Siyalithanda we appreciate the work that you're doing, and at the same time you know some people may be very vocal, bebe direct, but it's just that learning. You go, okay, this is constructive criticism. Let me take it on. Okay, that was negativity. Anyway, you Vaseline, and just move on. But I think the bigger message, like you have said today, Baba Oguti, we should learn as people, whenever you hear something somewhere, someone is having a wedding, or maybe there's a function taking place and they are looking for someone to come and entertain or to be an MC. Let me think of ekhaya first. We are yes. Even if when we take some music ekhaya kakutholakale kudlala ingoma ama-cities amaningi awekhaya. You know, uthole imota sibambile ivimbile ngolunye ulimi ongaluzwayo, abantwana bengasezwa ukuthi kuthiwani, kodwa uthi uyabuza ukuthi kanti ubuyaphi lo mthothi ubuya ngale, kodwa but so kuqakathekile nakho ukuthi sinjani sisiphathisane. But njengoba ushilo futhi nakho baba, equality, I think it's very important ukuthi kusetshenzwe ukuthi xa upresent i-product yakho ibe njani, ibe presentable and ibe accepted ebantwini. So moving on, Mr. Skhobokhobo, uNkulunkulu ukuphakamisa ngendlela esimangaliso. You know, as an artist, you're an actor and also a musician. So if people need to buy your music or they need to buy your video materials that you have produced, where can they find those materials, Bob?
Yeah, umculo wami it's on all online platforms. Spotify, kuphi awuthola. Ngawuphosela. In terms of ama videos, currently siwafaka ku YouTube.
Right.
We hoping siyaplana sikhona into esifisa ukuthi ngaziyenzakala. So probably ngokuya kwesikhathi sebengathi bekhangela basibone sivela kwezinye indawo, we don't know. Siyafisa nje ukuthi mhlawumbe kungaba njalo, uNkulunkulu asilekelele kwizinto zivuleke zicace, but siyazama, siyaluyisa mpofu. Into nje esiyifunayo ukuthi kuthi njengoba kunama station la angenayo amatsha nawo avule ama platforms, kungabi ngama platforms kuphela.
Yes, we have lost Skhobokhobo. I'm sure we'll get him back. While we are waiting, I would like us to play this advert clip so that we can see, we would see, because of his hard work, where is all that taking him to. Let's watch this clip.
A lot of things have changed, and change is hard to get used to. I'm not sure how normal our family Easter will be this year.
Mama, dinner.
Even hellos are a little different now. I guess it's up to the food to bring us closer together. I can count on Cambridge Food to remain my home of savings no matter what.
When the world around you changes, our big savings and great value for money will stay the same. Happy Easter to you and yours. Cambridge Food. Save money, live better.
Now you are the man. You know, you've worked hard and you've been recognized by different companies now, and they're inviting you in to come in and do so much for them. I know it's not only them, there's many of them that you are now a brand for. What would you want to say about that, Babu Skhobokhobo?
Ngifuna ukuthi ngithi a dream never dies.
Yes.
Iphupho alifi, iphupho aliboli. Siyoqhubeka ngalo. uNkulunkulu akakuphi into ekwazi ukuthi ngeke ukuyise ndawo. Kumele mina ngiyisebenzele size sibone ubuhle bakhona. So kancane kancane la sifuna ukuya khona siyathemba ukuthi uNkulunkulu uyahamba nathi size siyefika.
Powerful words there. A dream never dies. So besides the music and the acting and also advertising, Baba, what else do you do? Because I know that you are also a businessman. So we want also to give you that opportunity to also tell us more about what you do and how we as a community can support the work that you are doing, Baba.
Corona and lockdown has taught us a lot of things. Saze sasukuma sathi hayi abantwana bazofa indlala.
Yes.
We then started a project okuthiwa iDlelas Delivery neDlelas Money.
Right.
ukuthi manje obanisiphethe yakhona ngapho Mpofu ngitshela ukuthi gijima Madlela mina ngifuna i-building material go build it gijima uyesithengela uyedeliver ekhaya. That's what we do. And then imali nakhona abasegoli sisaqale ngegoli ya bayathumela ngeke ngikhulume ngayo kakhulu ngoba ya kodwa ayikho esikwenzayo yikho esikwenzayo edlela delivery nedlela simani abantu abasondele basebenzise sikwazi ukuthi sifikise izinto.
Okay, so you are saying with the people that are even in UK, if they are buying, they would like to buy material, you can be there to support them buying and then deliver and so forth. So how can they reach you? Because some people might be watching the YouTube here. Is there a number where people can call you? Is there an email where people can email you so that then they can reach out and request your services?
There is an app. Google software idlela delivery nedlela money. You can log in your details usitshela ukuthi ufunani then sizakhuluma nawe sizakucontact. Ungabona ngathi bayaphuza lapho kuphendula ungangi directly lapha ku inbox yami ungangifakela imessage sizabona sizagijima kakhulu. Sifuna imali sifuna amasenti Mpo.
Wonderful. We really appreciate you, Madlela, and we really celebrate the work that you're doing. And I've seen you are just scooping awards after awards. So how many awards do you have now so far that you have won?
10.
10.
Yes. Still counting,
wow.
Still going.
Still going. Wonderful.
Yes,
wonderful. So before we then come to wrapping up, Madlela, to those that are in the industry today that are aspiring and those that wish to be like you and they are still pushing and things are not working, what words of advice would you give to those today?
Mina ngithi uyenza lento oyizwayo ngaphakathi kwakho. Ungayenzi ngoba ubona ubani esenza ngoba uyohambe atshintshe direction ubusulahleka. So yenza lento lengaphakathi kwakho yiyo zokuthatha kubeke la kumele uye khona.
Wonderful. I know ukuthi uyacula but usuke wacula in anything gospel yini phela ngeke ngidlulela ngakuzana.
Hey, ngathi sokuseduze ukuthi ngiye khona ngathi lamakatari kungasukudala ngizayekela ngilandele lento okuthiwa ngiyenze le sokuseduzana
ukuthi sacina sesizwa kuthiwa kulo prophet Madlela.
Hayi lokho anguphiwanga kodwa ingoma ngizazikhipha.
Uzozikhipha. No, Mr. Madlela, siyabonga kakhulu, you know, for taking time and really come and talk to our community here in UK and other people globally. And we want you to know again, we appreciate what you are doing and we really celebrate you in Njomuntu wasekhaya and also as a citizen. Umsebenzi wenzayo muhle kakhulu. Keep on doing what you're doing, Baba. Don't give up. Don't give in. In the fullness of time, the Bible says that in the fullness of time, we will reap what we sow. And you know, we believe that God will open doors for you to go wherever and all over the world because your work speaks for itself. So to our brothers and sisters, wherever, please, whenever you are planning an event, you know, it could be a wedding, it could be an anniversary, it could be a concert, whatever it is, I present to you Mr. Madlela Skhobokhobo. He will come and grace you, and that event is onenza lonke nihlale lisale limnandi ngendlela isibakalisi. So good Madlela, thank you very much, Baba. Siyabonga. What would be your last words that you like to give to those that have connected tonight?
Ngithanda ukubonga ukuthi nihlale nisekela esikufuna kakhulu ngama likes ukuthi uhambe uyo subscribe kuma YouTube channel Madlela Skhobokhobo Power TV khonoko kuya kungisize kakhulu ama views yenu siyawafuna indlela mhlambe sidla ngayo these days. So siyacela kakhulu numbers ukuthi ama numbers besibona sekuliwa ngendaba yengwebu lapha but ukuthi hayi ama numbers yiwa ayenza umuntu akhethe ukuthi uyiba ibrand ambassador. So thina mama number wethu engacaci sibe siloko singakhethwa as brand ambassadors. So ama numbers ngawathi siyathola kini sizwe sihle sicela nisondele ni like amapage ethu nikwazi ukusisekela siyabonga.
Wow, powerful and so true. So brothers and sisters, ikakhulu is outside on my internet cinema data issues. I suppose this could not be a challenge for us. So let's go and just go on YouTube. Let's find Skhobokhobo TV. Let's like, let's subscribe, let's go on their Facebook page, let's follow, let's like, let's comment, let's share what they do, so that now our numbers are to increase. Then it will give them opportunities as well to be recognized in certain platforms. So if you agree with what we are just appealing you to do tonight, please do as Skhobokhobo has asked. Let's follow him. Let's also go on the platforms. Let's say good things to encourage our artists, because with COVID, it's been challenging for most of them. They've been unable to do live performances, so it's been a bit rough for most people in the industry. So let's go there, encourage them, let's appreciate them, drop a good word. It's critical all the time. Let's just simply say to Skhobokhobo, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job. Siyabonga ukuthi ukhona, you are representing umthwakazi. Phakama qhubeka usiya phambili ngomsebenzi owenzayo. Yiwo amazwi ami okugcina lawa. Ngiyabonga kakhulu ke Babu Skhobokhobo for connecting with us tonight. And to those that are coming in, this is how we are going to send off Ubaba Skhobokhobo with this track. I'm sure you are going to love it. Let's watch this track. Thank you.